Good evening, junkies. Welcome to EminiJunkie.com, your ES Trading Mentor's free trading video for Thursday, May 27th, 2010. Today we had a total of 14 executable trade signals for a max potential of 69 ES ticks. This video is for educational purposes only, is intended to highlight our high probability trade setups, give you a feel for the quantity of trades taken each trading day using this approach. A full trading plan and daily live trading room can be accessed via our website at EminiJunkie.com. Okay, we opened up this morning right at 1087, had a nice move up in the pre-market, had a very strong market today, came down through our moving average, actually got a signal to get short that produced targets 1 and targets 2 to the downside for 10 ticks to start off the morning. The market quickly moved back up through our moving average, across our opening price, pulled back to, gave us a signal entry that got our first contract off, no follow through to the upside, ended up with a two tick stop out on that particular trade. And on the reaction of that trade, came back down, gave a signal to get short, just under moving average, a small swing, target 1 and target 2 for 6 ticks to the downside. Immediately followed by another cross to the upside. First contract got off, almost got our second contract, only got touched on that second contract, never got the fill on the target 2, ended up getting stopped out then for a 2-tick loss, but on that rebound we got a signal to get short. That produced targets 1 and targets 2 to the downside for 9 ticks. After the news, we got a quick little pop above our moving average, back up to our opening price. On the retracement back to the moving average there, we got a signal to get long. That produced targets 1 and targets 2 for 10 ticks as we moved up towards the previous day high. Kind of consolidated there for a little bit and finally broke out higher. It was kind of nice because on this little extension entry we had right here, we got 10 ticks for our normal target, but there was some folks in the room that were aiming for 93 off of this 86 entry, so they were able to pick up well over 20 ticks on that particular move. And we had an ultimate target for the day off of that level for 1102, and the market ended up finishing out at 1103. So our ultimate target was hit today as well for well over 15 points there on that particular entry. But anyway, the market went flying higher, finally broke down through our moving average. We actually got another signal short right here at 10:45 confirmation time. That did produce targets 1 and targets 2 to the downside. Came back, retested that previous day's high, found support there, came up through our moving average, got a signal to get long, got our first contract off and got stopped out to the tick for a 2-tick loss, only to watch the markets kind of go back up to those swing high points. But you ultimately got stopped out of that trade, came back down through our moving average. We got the signal to get short right about 1108. That produced targets 1 and targets 2 to the downside for 6 ticks as the market moved back down towards that previous day's high. Quickly bounced, went up, was contained by our upside moving average, came back down to that level, tested it a bit, and then started pushing higher heading into the lunchtime dead zone. We actually got one more cross of our moving average, got a signal to fire, produced targets 1 and targets 2 to the upside for 7 ticks. Now between 11:30 and 1:15, most of you know that we do not take any trades. That's this red area on the chart. We call it our lunchtime dead zone. And that's because under normal markets, volatility increases and volume slides off a little bit. You can see during that lunchtime they came back down towards that opening price. Actually did not make it quite to the open, found some support, came up through our moving average. We had a signal to get long right about 118. That produced a long entry for targets 1 and targets 2 to the upside for 7 ticks. The market came back through our moving average, gave us a short signal, first contract off, no follow through to the downside, ended up getting stopped out on that particular trade for a 2-tick loss. As you can see, the market just kind of consolidated sideways there, busted out higher above the moving average, gave a long signal entry. Targets 1 and targets 2 were hit for a 7-tick pickup there. And then the 2:30 reversal time came. We just got a minor pullback during that time. The market continued to just kind of consolidate sideways, kind of set up kind of a bull flag pattern, if you will. Came down through our moving average, gave us a signal to get short. That produced targets 1 and targets 2 to the downside for 6 ticks. And then the market basically started moving sideways from there. Now, at 3 o'clock, we quit trading for the day in our room. That last hour we just stay away from the markets, but the market did eventually pop to the upside, and like I said, we got that 1103 high, and from that early trade this morning we were had an ultimate target of 1102, so those targets were hit, and those were some levels we gave out this morning prior to the room even opening. So anyway, we have a lot of information we like to hand out to our room members each morning. Key support and resistance levels, some other swing trade type targets you can get. If you're interested in diving in a little deeper in your trading plan, feel free to swing by and look at the opportunities we might have in our trading room. I want to thank you for watching. For more details on this plan, including all the chart setups, or to join our live trading room and video newsletter, please visit EminiJunkie.com or simply click the link at the top of the screen. Thanks, and make it a great day.